Hello everybody, I'm Koshi Sushi. Welcome to my new Let's Play on my channel, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. This is a game I've never played before in my life, and everyone's telling me I should have played it, especially because I'm a Professor Layton fan, and apparently Phoenix Wright is a lot like Professor Layton, and they did that crossover game where it's like Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton in the same universe somehow. But, this is the first time I'm going to play it, and I'm just going to go ahead and start a new game. I've been told that the first game is definitely not the best in the series, but to sort of start getting used to it, people are telling me like you should definitely play the first one first, so I'm just gonna watch this cutscene with blood on it. Can't get caught. I like his suit. Yeah, his fucking face. What the fuck? Episode 1, the first turnabout. August 3rd, 9:47 in the morning. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Numero 2. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Holy shit, titties. Hi. I'm glad we made it on time. Oh, this is Maya. Oh, okay, well, I'm aware of what happens to her because people spoiled it to me before, but, I mean, I'm just gonna act like I have no idea what happens to her. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. Un favor. You mean you defended before this case? That is correct. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney in the first place. Okay. It's news to me. Help me out in any way I can. By the way, for those of you who have never seen my Let's Plays before, I just would like to say that, for those of you who expect Let's Players to do, like, voice acting and just narrate everything, I'm not the type of person to do that. I sort of, like, skim through it, slowly and then just give my reaction to whatever, is happening, and apparently my client is screaming death and despair. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. Is he gonna kill himself? It sounds like he wants to die. Thank you for your deduction. Appreciate you. What the fuck? Oh my god, his name is Butts. His name is straight up B-U-T-Z. And then again, my name is Phoenix. I don't understand how that works out. Tell them I'm guilty. Why the fuck would you... Give me the death sentence. Is there ever been a case where it's like your client like just says just make me like guilty? I can't live in a world without her. Oh my god. Okay, I still can't get over the fact his name is Butts. Also, can we touch on his jacket for a moment? His bright ass orange jacket. The person responsible. Okay, so his girlfriend's dead, and apparently he's being blamed. The newspaper says it was you, but I'm gonna assume that in this game my name is Phoenix Wright, so therefore I'm always correct. Here's the story. First case is a fairly simple one. Okay. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, which is Larry Butts. That's his name, Larry Butts. Warren, his name is Larry Butts. Larry. I know, right? School had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Okay. The text is going really slow. I really hope I can change that at some point. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. Okay, I can believe that. I know a lot of people that just have terrible luck. And then again, I know a lot of people with really good luck, and I hate them forever. I own one, which is why I took the case to clear his name, and that's just what I'm going to do. Quiet. August 3rd, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. I really need to I need to somehow fix how slow the text is going, because this is really pissing me off. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts! Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. So from what I understand, from what people are telling me, is that this is, in the first game, Phoenix Wright just became, an attorney, but it's not his first trial, I guess. I'm a little nervous. Or I guess it is his first trial, I'm not sure. And it's a murder case, so that's gotta be, fun for the first case of the job, first trial of the job, I don't know. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, think we should have a test to ascertain your ready. God damn it, they're gonna give me a tutorial. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. Larry Butts is the name. Your Honor. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? I don't know that information. Holy tits. Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name. Yeah, I don't remember the victim's name. Temporarily forgot. Okay. Defendant's name is listed in the court record, which I should be able to check, yeah? All I remember from this game is that in freaking high school, I think it was like my sophomore year. Wait, how do I check court record? Okay. Court record. Cindy is her name. Okay. Wait, what's her full name? Oh, it doesn't tell me. Wait, this is an attorney's badge. Okay, I don't think I need that. Cindy Stone. Cindy Stone dated Larry Butts. Okay. Okay, so Cinder Block. Cindy Stone is her name. I just remember in high school, I think it was like my freshman or sophomore year, we had to do like one of those like fake trials like in class to like learn what a trial was. And this one kid came up to everyone. He's like, I know exactly what to do. I played Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney 80 million times. She died because she was hit with a blunt object. I saw that in the beginning of the game. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Thank you, Your Honor. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne. Oh my god. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was the statue of the Thinker, which is a famous sculpture somewhere in, I don't know, Europe? I don't know. Someone look that up for me. Someone in the back, look that up for me. Where was the Thinker? The statue of the Thinker, where is that located? It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see the court accepts it into evidence. Statue added. Okay, cool. So I have the statue as evidence. So I did play Danganronpa 1 and 2, which is, I assume is similar to this game in the sense of evidence, finding contradiction. Museum Road. Wait, where is that? Oh, it's in France. Okay, so the Thinker's in France. Thank you, Warren. The evidence is the only ammunition you have in this court. Touch the court record button to check. I need to do something about this text. This text is so slow. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant Mr. Butts to the stand. Yeah, your chance to respond to the prosecution later. Just hope he doesn't say anything, unfortunately. Larry gets excited really easily. I don't know if he's talking about hormones. Mr. Butts! Is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Oh, it's one of those cases where he's blamed for murder even though... Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, his face. Is this what all Japanese people look like? I wasn't dumb. She just okay, she's just okay. I wasn't dumb. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. Okay. Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. She had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. All of of it lies. I don't believe the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Okay, well, that explains where the thinker came from. Or at least like a mini statue of the thinker. Dude, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Oh, that sucks. You spend your time in Paris and you go all the way back and you just get fucked. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. I love this game. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Okay. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Okay, so as an attorney, I need to stop him from answering or wait and see what happens. Okay, so I need to make a decision here. What happens if I make the wrong decision? I'm gonna stop him from answering. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Yeah, that's right. Fuck you! Wait, what's the opposite of a... What's the opposite of the defense attorney? What's the prosecutor, right? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and when I meet her... What the f... I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Okay, what? The text is going by itself. Okay, let's continue with the trial. I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Okay, so it's clear that he wanted revenge on his girlfriend that is now dead. So he's being accused for obvious murder, but we know, because we saw the cutscene, that it wasn't him. Better like, we need to figure out how to prove him innocent. Okay, I get it. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder. Okay. Did you or did you not? Maybe I did and maybe I didn't. That is the perfect answer you need to say in court. Okay, you need to have him answer honestly. I'll send him a signal. Okay, cool. So we tell him the... What? I don't understand what just happened. Alright, dude, chill. She wasn't home, so I didn't see her. Okay, so he went to his apartment, but she wasn't there. Assuming he's not lying. Which we need to prove. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies things. The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing from the scene of the crime. Okay. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Okay. Who is your witness today? On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit. Frank Sawit. Oh my god. This is what all Japanese people look like. Trust me, I've been there. Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Wait, is that's the guy that murdered the girl? I think, because he has that fucking tacky-ass jacket. Okay, witness's account. Okay, testimony. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman not moving. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. on the dot. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there, Mr. Butts! Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? We told him to tell the truth. You can't blame yourself for that. I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Okay. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sahwit used was one of those. Oh, okay, so it's one of the... Okay, yeah, I got it. I have a record of the blackout for 4 per usual. Okay, so we have the blackout record. Okay, so now we know when the blackout happened specifically and what it affected. You may begin your cross-examination. I know absolutely nothing about court, so I have no idea what I'm doing. But Miss Big Tits over here is going to tell us what to do. Thank you, ma'am, for your tutorial skills. You expose the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Okay, so we have to figure out the lies in this client. Okay, so assuming my client is innocent, assuming Mr. Butts, I want him to die, but assuming Mr. Butts is innocent, we can assume that this man is lying, the one with the tacky jacket. I'm not going to refer any of these people by their names unless it's really funny like Mr. Butts, so I'm probably going to refer to them by their clothing. Because I'm Koshi, the fashion guru. Okay, compare the witness to testimony to the evidence. Okay, there's bound to be a contradiction in there. Okay, first, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Okay. Once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's butthole. Okay. Touch the court records. Oh, okay. Okay, so what do I need to know specifically? Hold on. Okay. So let's move on. I need to review the court record at some point. Okay. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing in his apartment. Okay. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it was strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead. Okay. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to... Wait, hold on, what? Okay, no, that makes sense. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found... Okay. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran... Okay. Okay. There must be a contradiction. Okay, so somewhere he's lying. I need to figure out where exactly he's lying. Examine the court record button. If something strikes you, then find the evidence. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the court record. Okay, I see the contradiction. Okay, so the time of death is at 4 p.m., but he did say he found her dead body at 1 p.m. I got you now, motherfucker. Okay. Okay, so I was going to blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I heard this, I heard this, I heard this, I heard this. Okay. Then he says, I thought to call the police immediately. Oh, the phone in her wasn't. Are we going to... I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Okay, so present evidence. Cindy's autopsy report. Present. That's right, motherfucker! Found the body at 1 p.m. Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. You're a liar, motherfuck. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts... Wow, this music's really good. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody... or no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap, mudda bitch? Oh my god. This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. Okay, well, after his testimony, I find that really hard to believe, especially since he sounded so confident in his testimony. So he was certain he found the body at 1 p.m. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Alright. So my theory crafting here is he killed her at 1 p.m. Notice the time. Oh, no, that doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess that could make sense, but that's assuming, again, that he decided to leave and come back to the scene of the crime at 4 p.m. Okay, so we put them on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions and put them on the spot. And then catch them on their lies, mudda bitch. Thank you, big tits. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Okay, so now he's going to give his testimony again because he's a fucking liar. Okay, witness testimony. The time of discovery. Okay. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Okay. But it was 3 hours off. I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Wait, okay, so he says that on TV, the TV said it was 1 p.m. Wait, that doesn't make sense. There was a blackout. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Mother bitch, I already know your contradiction. Okay. Okay, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Okay. Present. Blackout. Okay, hold on. So, electricity in Miss Stone's building was out from... Okay. Can I present this? Objection, mother ass! Prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Oh my god, this music. So every time I, like, get this contradiction, every time I get a contradiction, I get this beautiful music empowering my soul. Okay, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sahwit? I'm about to save Mr. Butts' name hole. Mr. Sahwit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. See, at this point, wouldn't the judge be like, okay, this guy's testimony is clearly, like, not okay. We can't trust his testimony. Yet the judge still seems to, like, want to hear his testimonies. Apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well. Okay, fuck you, Judge. You were the worst judge in the world. Okay. Hearing the time. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment. Okay, there was a table clock in the apartment. The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. What? Dude, this is gonna be the easiest trial. You are the worst at, like, faking your murder. We have evidence of what the... Oh my god. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. I want a blue suit. Can I dress up as Phoenix Wright for one of these episodes? Management, can we get that to happen? Yes. Cool. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yes, there was. The murder weapon... Okay, so the murder weapon is the clock? You're a fucking liar. Except... I don't know if this is correct evidence. Okay. Objection, mother ass! The murder weapon wasn't a clock, it was the statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? Dun, 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 dun. In your objections and your okay, now this guy's like really pissed. Just answer the question, Mr. Sahwit. If I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. Okay, this guy's name is Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. What? The neck is a switch. Just tilt it and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like... Okay, so the murder weapon... The thinker? The statue is a clock? What? What I asked doesn't make sense. So the murder weapon was a table clock. Okay, so it's not a statue. It's a freaking table clock. What? It appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony right now? I don't know. Select your answer. Okay, so now we know it's a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony? Okay, hold on. No, this doesn't make sense. Okay, hold on. So, okay. Tell me if this makes sense. Okay. So, the murder weapon is a clock, and the clock said 1 p.m., even though the time of death was 4 p.m. So, it's 3 hours behind. Well, the clock said 1 o'clock. But she got that in Paris, which is in France. Which is, I mean, I assume is like 3 hours behind Japan. I'm assuming this is Japan or something. I don't know. Oh my god. Do I have any problems with his testimony? I'm not sure. I don't know. If his testimony's right, does that mean I'll lose? I mean, because it would make sense if it was three hours behind because she got it in Paris. Okay, no, I guess I don't have any problems. Okay. There was a clock on the scene, so no problem. The clock doesn't look like a clock at all. Wait, the witness couldn't have possibly known it was a clock just by seeing it. He said himself he never entered the apartment. You're right. Oh my god, I am dumb. Thank you, Miss Big Tits. I appreciate thee. Okay, so the only... Okay, so I was wrong. Yeah, I do have a issue with his testimony. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Okay, so he couldn't have known that it was 1 o'clock because he said he never went into the apartment. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment, obviously. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I can prove you were the one that killed her. You struck her with the clock, then the shock of the blow triggered the clock's... Oh, okay, I get it. Because he said... Okay, so in order to get the time from the statue, you have to click it, or tap it, or something. And that was the sound you heard. So you murdered him, Mr. Tacky Jacket Ass. Intriguing plus... Well, obviously we knew that because we saw the opening scene, but the characters didn't, therefore. Mr. Sawit, the sound you must have left... The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. The voice was burned inside... That voice was burned inside your head. That's why you were so certain about the time. That's gonna be crazy to, like, have some sort of, like, quote... The moment you kill someone that just burned inside your head. It's like if I murdered Warren and I just heard banana sauce. And then somehow down the line my children will say banana sauce to me and I'll be like, fuck. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? I mean, obviously he's gonna say no. Oh my god, he's getting flashbacks of how he killed her. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is kind of creepy. What the fuck? He killed her and he should burn. Give him death. What? Wait, so did he just tear off his wig and throw it at me? Okay. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims, Mr. Wright. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The case is writing on this. I'd better think it through carefully. The sound Mr. Sahwit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock here now. Okay. Your Honor, may I have the clock? Okay. I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. Okay. Well, he is the thinker, so that's why he says I think it's 8:25. Okay, cool. I want a clock like that. Someone look it up on Amazon. The thinker clock. It's 11:25. Okay, so it's 3 hours behind, and France is probably 3 hours behind. Wherever this is, Japan, America, I don't know. See, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between when, okay, the actual time of death. So, try to talk your way out of this one, Mr. Oh my god, Warren, come here. You need to see this. I just want, like, come here. Like, look at this. This is what I've been seeing all game. Just look at this. You may leave now. Oh, shit. I got one thing. Fuck that. $95? Okay. Well, it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. So how am I going to prove... Okay, wait. I think... Okay, so how... Okay, so now we need to prove that this clock was 3 hours slow the day she was murdered. And us not being there, we can't... Well, assuming that... Okay, so we were told that she came home straight after she landed from France. And she was killed right after she landed from France. So we can assume that she didn't set the clock or anything. So we can assume that's just French time, right? Right? Does that make sense? This ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sahuit. I can't get over this little animation. This is really dumb. They treat me like a criminal. Your lawyers are all slime. Wait, so did we... Wait, so did we fail? Wait, did we lose this? Did we lose this trial? Oh, never mind. Miss Big Tits has got us. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. Maya is her name. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Okay. So, what will you tell us? Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Okay, so we're gonna flip the problem over on its head now. We're just gonna assume we're right. But why are we right? Why was the clock 3 hours slow? It was from France, right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yeah, it's not from... I don't know where we are. I don't know if we're in Japan or Europe, whatever is happening. You have evidence somewhere that can prove it. Okay. Okay, so I have evidence somewhere. You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder, for sure. You found evidence to support this claim. I guess so. There's a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock... Okay, so, I have to prove why the clock was running slow. The victim apparently arrived... I mean... I want to say it's the passport, because... Oh my god, I'm gonna get this wrong, I know it. Okay. Passport! Am I right? The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours, suck a dick! When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day. Okay. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Okay, that makes sense. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Get fucked. His animation's getting fat. Oh my god, what the? I feel like if this was like a full-on like animated movie, this would creep me the hell out. Or like not even animated live action. This case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client. He was arrested and had been taken away. Okay, so cool. We won. We did it. I'm a god. I did it. Okay, that was fairly easy. Okay, so usually games like this, they give you like a tutorial trial or something, tutorial stage. I know Danganronpa 1, they literally gave you the answer in the first trial. This one, I mean, they gave us the answer in the cutscene. They gave us the answer in the cutscene where we just knew who the victim, or we knew who the killer was. We just had to figure out why he was the killer and how. So this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. That was pretty cool. And what the hell? Okay, there was just hella confetti. There's no confetti in a court, right? Okay, it turns out that Frank Sahuit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were outside of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sahuit let himself to do... Okay. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. So Mr. Sa- okay, so Mr. Sawat's a burglar. Okay. And then killed the witness when she... Dude, that sucks. Okay, August 3rd, 2:32 p.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Okay, this music makes me... This music sounds like... I think it's Pokemon X and Y, the mansion, the manor, I forget what it was. It sounds nice, all harpsichordy. Hello, Miss Cleavage. Congratulations. Thanks! Cleavage, I owe it all to you. Not all, you fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the chief looking this happy. Aw. She has a nice face, like, even though it's oh my god! Okay, my life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. Okay, Larry's still crying, even though we just saved his butt's hole. Okay. Okay. Larry, you're innocent, the case is closed. But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Larry, she was a slut. Okay. Congratulations, Harry. What? Wait, who's Harry? I can what? Okay, I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Harry. This is cute. Okay, I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Now she's straight up trying to pick up Maya now. Or Maya, I don't know. Here, take this. It's a present. You're giving us the murder weapon. As a present. Actually, I made this clock for her. Okay. I made one for her and one for me. Oh, okay, cool. So it's not the murder weapon. It's our own. You made this. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. I was so into that chick, and she was just playing me for a fool. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. You don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. I'm not just sympathizing. I'm really. Isn't that right, Mr. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him. What the hell are you talking about? I mean... Wait, hold on. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, so in the case, we proved that the statue was from France. And that was the reason why the burglar couldn't determine the time. But Larry Butts just told us he made this statue. So I think we just fucked some guy over. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just gonna present this. Proof positive you weren't just some chump turd. Okay. I mean, I guess she could have just taken the clock with her to... I guess we never said... Okay, yeah, she took it with her when she traveled. Okay, we never confirmed that she got the Thinker clock at France, even though the Thinker's in, apparently, France. Right? Make of it what you will. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. I appreciate you. Oh, that made him feel a little bit better. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you very much. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. So is this whole... Okay, so this whole game's about trials, just investigate. I don't know if there's an investigation part. Because we're just given evidence and just gonna hope that we win. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. Okay? In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. I played the... I didn't play it, but I saw part of the crossover between Layton and Phoenix Wright. I really want to play that if we can make that happen. Management, make that happen. How about dinner on me? Okay. Ugh. Speaking of Harry. Okay, wait, so is his name Harry Butts or Larry Butts? Because now they're saying Harry. You were saying part of why... Okay. Okay. part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks. Okay, okay, Miss Cleavage, I appreciate you. As my first trial came to a close, Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." Okay, my name is Nick. I thought my name was Phoenix Wright. Okay, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna pay me. He's not gonna pay me, unless you count the clock he gave Maya. Maya. I'm just saying Maya. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry will be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Oh, no. Oh, God, she's gonna die, isn't she? God damn it. God damn it, she's gonna die. She was cute. Man, she's gonna die. And she has a sister, I'm gonna assume. God damn it, she's gonna die.